Well, here we have three equations involving fractions to solve. So let's start with the first one, and that's 3/5 times the quantity 1 plus p equals 21 over 20. Now, let's see. Let's multiply both sides by the reciprocal of 3/5. That way we'll have a 1 here and we can dispense with the parentheses. So the reciprocal of 3/5 is 5/3. 5/3 times 5 over 3. And of course the product of these two is 1, so we just get 1 plus p on the left. And 5 goes into 24 times. 3 goes into 21 7 times, so now we have 7/4. Now, we'll add 1 to, or subtract 1 from both sides, and if we do that, minus 1, minus 1, what we have is p equals 7/4 minus, and another way to write 1, well, 1 equals 4 over 4, doesn't it? So by writing 1 in that manner, we have a common denominator. So p equals 7 minus 4 all over 4. We can write that with one denominator. So p equals 3/4. And we're done with one of them. Let's go on to number 2. Let's see, 2. So 2b plus 9 over 5 equals minus 11 over 5. Well, let's just subtract 9/5 from both sides. So minus 9/5 and minus 9/5. And what we have here is 2b, because these add out, equals negative 11 over 5 minus 9 over 5. So 2b equals, and that's going to be negative 11 minus 9 is negative 20 over 5. So 2b equals, and 20 divided by 5 is 4, so that's going to be negative 4. Now we'll multiply both sides by the reciprocal of 2, which is 1/2. 2's divide out, we get b all by itself, and b equals negative 2. And we're done with that one. Now let's move on to number 3. Notice this, this multiplying by the reciprocal, we could divide by 2, but if we get used to understanding the power of the reciprocal, it will make future work easier. So that's why I do that. 3 over 2, and 3/2 n equals 7 over 4 n minus 19 over 16. Now, let's multiply through by the common denominator, least common denominator, which is 16. Okay, going to multiply both sides by 16. And this way we'll get rid of our denominators. So what we have here, we'll have 16 times 45 over 16. That's the first term. Plus 16 times 3 over 2, multiplying this term by 16, n equals 7 over 4n times 16, and multiplying finally this term by 16, 19 times 16 over 16. Well, notice the 16's divide out here. Here, 4 goes into 16 4 times. Here, 2 goes into 16 8 times. And here the 16s divide out, and we no longer have denominators. Isn't that slick? So we've got 45 plus 3 times 8 is 24n equals, and 4 times 7 is 28n minus 19. Well, I'll tell you what, let's subtract 24 from both sides, and or 24n from both sides, and add 19 to both sides. So 19 and minus 24n and minus 24n and plus 19, and these 19s add out, the 24n's add out, and we wind up with, let's see, 64 on the left, and on the right I guess we wind up with 4n. So now if we divide through by 4, divide both sides by 4, 4's divide out, 4 goes into 64 16 times, so we get n equal 16, and we're done.